Norcam.
Video of the day, yeah!
Good evening. I'd like to talk about something very serious. I'm in fact referring to Vontz syndrome, a disease that infects 1 in 7.3 billion people. It's a very serious condition in which the person is actively transformed into Andrew Vontz. This disease can be characterized by a tall, lanky figure, the inopportune times in which the individual show up, egg puns, Nazi jokes, anything that'll make your ears bleed. This individual is very sick, and I regret to inform you that what you're about to see tonight can be very disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. He will be joining us tonight in a few moments, sitting right here next to me.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
We have a surprise guest with us tonight. I'd like you all to welcome Jason to the crew. He will talk about his experiences with Andrew and his very debilitating disease. So Jason, how does Andrew make you feel?
I met him maybe 4 years ago, and it's been a nightmare ever since. I'm constantly terrified that he's going to wind up at places. Let me give you an example. He's very forward. I had a wedding, a private affair and everything, and he just assumed he was coming, and he would just talk about it to everybody. Anybody, he would start talking. I had to pull him aside and be like, "You are not invited to my wedding." The day of, I swear I saw him walking around the venue. He didn't have an invitation. He was just walking there. I don't know. It's just a very forward person. I just can't stand him. It's his face. It's not that I hate the face. I hate the space.
Okay, Jason, we understand. Please calm down. I'd like to ask you another question. In what ways would you try to work with Andrew to make sure that he feels comfortable around people with his disease?
Electronic therapy would be like zapping him with like volts of electricity is probably the only way I could reasonably come up with, because conventionally talking with him doesn't do it. I'm sure if you saw a psychiatrist, the psychiatrist would go like insane. He's just not a normal person. You can't reason with him. I don't have any excuse of like, or any idea of what you could do to fix him.
Have you ever thought that maybe he doesn't need fixing? That maybe he is the way he is because he is?
I hope.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah.
A big thanks to our special guest, Jason. It's very sad because I believe he's the one who's gotten the worst. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, John.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hi, you're a little early, but why don't you take a seat?
What are you filming? Hey.
We're having we're talking about you and your disease.
What disease?
Vontz syndrome?
Don't think that's a thing, John.
Why don't you take a seat and we can continue this conversation?
What?
Right here.
What conversation?
We're like I said, we're talking about your disease.
All right, Phil, come on. You're gonna let? Okay, let's do it. What do you want to talk about, John?
I'd like to ask you, what is it like living with Vontz disease?
Well, I don't necessarily know what you're talking about, but I can tell you usually how I spend my days. I wake up in the morning. I have an excellent breakfast. But yeah, other than that, no major issues.
That's good to hear, Andrew.
Yeah.
But that's not what the doctors said.
Doctors?
Yes, the doctors that have required us to make this quick documentary.
Why am I here?
Well, after they ran some tests and a lot of psychologists got together, they came back with the prognosis that, how do I say this very nicely, that you're not normal.
John, I am. I actually just came from my best friend Jason's wedding.
Jason didn't want you there.
What?
He just told me he was in this room, and he talked about that. He said specifically that he did not want you there. That he had not invited you because of your illness.
You will get away with that slander and libel against me, John.
Sit down.
No!
All right,
You're gonna have to leave me out of here. I swear to God, I have a Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment right.
You just watched the video of the day.